All right, good morning, degenerates. Welcome to Coffee and Craps for Friday. It's a Friday Follies for the ages here. This is going to be a nutty strategy. I'm going to preface the whole show by saying don't do this because, well, you'll see why. But before I start, I want to actually show you something kind of cool here. Not really collecting dice, but I got a bunch of dice, a bunch of wacky, weird dice. And I wanted to show you some of the things that I've collected over the last couple of months. I don't know why I've waited this long, but I should just bring them in and show you. So here's, I got my camera zoomed in so you can see these things. These are, the first I want to show you are cool. These are bones. These are they look like skeletons, right? They're like, you can see they actually have like skull shapes on them. They're not actual human bones, but they're like bony kind of dice. Those are super cool. They're a smaller size, so I can't really roll them. But they're badass. These I got from a student, actually. These are, if you play video games, these are Legends of Zelda dice. So these have like all the coins and crap that you get in the game. So these are actually dice that have Zelda Nintendo characters on them, which is kind of cool. This one's badass. This is cool. I bought this myself. This is actually a Dungeons and Dragons dice. I bought it because, I'm not sure if you can see it on the camera. I might bring it to the other camera, but this thing here is actually see-through. Like it's made of metal, and it's like a cage. It's almost like a jail cell, kind of like and there's dragons on it. That's really cool. I only got one of these though. These are like $30 each. I'm gonna get a second one of these things. That's a cool die. I'm gonna actually roll these out one day when the second one comes in. But it's metal and cool. This one in the box here, these links, these are awesome. This is, I may even roll these one of these days. These are dice, I say dice, that are shaped like bullets. So if you can see those are actually bullets. And on the shell, the casing, are the numbers. It's hard to see on the camera because I think it tries to like autofocus. But yeah, these are actually bullets, and the casings, the shells have the numbers, and they are actually like 1 is opposite the 6. They're actually like dice. I can roll these things out. They're super cool. So my bullet dice are awesome. And the last one I want to show you is one that our friend Ian here in chat was just in Costa Rica, and while he was down there, he brought me back a set of these, and these are wooden. You won't be able to see the numbers on the camera. These are wood hand carved dice. So they're actually like wood. And they're hand carved. They're round edges, of course, right? But these are handmade, hand wood dice in a case. So I've got, if you have some weird dice that you find or whatever, let me know. I may start like a little like showcase shelf collection kind of thing because they're kind of cool. So anyway, I thought I'd share that with you this morning, just because I've had them for a long time, but I've just never really showed them off. And I thought y'all be interested in some of that stuff. So anyway, there's my opening, showing of the dice. Now, let's do something absolutely insane. So this is going to be our Friday Follies, and I want to talk to you about this strategy, which comes to us from one of our friends, Duracell 8. He was chatting me this one day over in Discord, then we texted about it. I've changed the amounts a little bit to make it even more ridiculous, but here it is. It's going to be the Duracell 8 Smarty Pants 5X Marty strategy. So we're going to basically go light side, 204 across, trying to make $50 a hit. Easy. Typical starting point for a lot of people, right? 204 across, no big deal, make $50 every time. If we can sit there all day long and make $50, that's great. If I have a good rollout and we make money, all good. But if you lose that, right, and I'll use Wayland's rule, if you're ever out of profit, so if I win 177 or something in that stretch, and we get a 7, we got to Marty up. So if you're ever down, you're Martying up, and it's a full 5X martingale. And what I'm doing here with these bet sizes is I'm making them bigger than they should be on a typical Marty, because I want you to, if you're going to play this way, I want you to profit and almost get to goal. Like for taking the risk of martingaling, you're going to get something better than just 1X bet. Okay. So for example, you lose your 204, you go out at 1,400. The 1,400, those bets will all pay you 300 or 350, depending on which, sorry, you can't see my face, depending on which one of them hits, the 410 or the inside bet. So you're going to make your money back that you lost plus about $100. If that goes down, if you get a second 7 in a row, you're going to go to 7,500 across, which will pay you about 2,000 or 1,750, depending on the number that comes out, which will recover the 1,400 bucks you would have lost plus about 300. If you happen to get a third 7 in a row, right, you're going to bump up to 43,000 across. 43,000 across. That's your fourth level. That's going to pay you about 10K. You would have lost 9,000 on the way to getting there, so you're going to be at goal. If you take that, you're going to be at goal. Now, last night in my practice session, I was rolling my 10,000 roll, whatever. I hit 3 7s twice. Twice I hit 3 7s, and I was saying on the broadcast, my God, if we were doing this morning, we'd be sweating right now, right? You'd be at 43,000 bucks out there, and I actually had 43,000 bucks out there one time, and I rolled a 12, and I'm like, oh, I got to do this again. So anyway, there's the Duracell 8 Crazy Boy Martingale. Now we're gonna back all that up with a don't pass as well. We're gonna do a straight up normal Marty, 1 2 4 8 Marty on the don't pass at the same time. So we're gonna have 2 independent strategies going crazy, and like it says on screen, a good strategy. I'm not sure if this is a good strategy or not, but a good strategy with a little bit of crazy, it makes for a fun time. So the bankroll for this is going to be $60,000. I've got more than I need there, but I need extra money to get home. So if we happen to lose $43,000, we would have lost 43 plus 9, so we're going to be losing about 51,000. Plus, you're going to need 12, 13, 14. $100 bucks or $1,400 for the don't pass. It's about $56,000 you need. So, yeah, I don't have 56 bucks to my name, let alone 56,000 bucks. So, we're gonna try this anyway, just because we can and because it's Friday. And I don't expect to see a lot of 4 7s in a row. I don't expect to lose $40,000, but it's Friday and it's me. So. I have rolled 4 7s in a row before on this show. You've seen me do it. So it's possible to get, lose your house here. But don't play this way. Friends don't let friends of martingale. Don't do this. But what the hell? Why not on a Friday with funny money do it? I actually don't have enough yellow chips to make it happen. So my white chips, when we get to the bigger amounts, my white chips will be my thousands. So this is... And I've got the rack set up so you can see. Here's the first 204 right there. This is going to be the next, the 1,400 bucks right here. This is going to be over here, the 7,500. This is going to be the 43,000. So if we get this far in the plan, we'll figure it out. I'm going to use this front rack here as my kind of profit rack. So as we're playing this out, I'll use this rack to kind of be my kind of working rack. This rack back here is always going to have the starting bankroll in it, or as close to it as I can. I expect that this is going to be a slow deal because there's a lot of chips moving around, and if I have to get into the bigger amounts, it's going to take me a hot minute to get everything out of here. So, yeah, so if you're okay with it, let's just get started here, and I'm going to put my cheat sheet up, make sure I don't forget the amounts, and we're just going to go ahead and do something insanity, do some insanity. So let's do it. All right, first bet is going to be 204 across. And what that looks like, it's going to be $25 on the end. The 5 and 9 are going to be at 35 bucks. So I'm going to get some nickels here. 35 on the 5 and 9 because that'll pay 50. This will pay 50 for one. This will pay 50 for one. And the 6 and 8 are going to be at 42 bucks. I got to get some more change. They'll be at 40. I got to get whites out of there, 42 bucks, which also pays 50. So the idea here is that everything on the board is going to pay 50 for one. Now, I didn't account for it in the original rack. My fault. I just thought of it. I need some change. I'm going to have to get some ones. I'm going to put like 5 ones in my rack just so I can make that change. Okay, so I can do the 50 for one thing. There it is. There's your setup down there. The don't pass is going to be over here. So I have 100, 200, 400, 800 bucks. We'll do 4 levels of the don't. That one I can see us getting through. I can see us getting through 4 levels of don't pass losses quickly. This might just go away. If it goes away, I'm not going to restart it. That's going to be basically 800, 1,200, 14, 1,500 bucks sitting there. If we lose it, we lose it. It's going to be right here next to my rack on the don't. And that's it. We're just gonna start going. We're gonna throw it out there and see what the hell happens here. And I'll either make gold quick or I'm gonna lose $60,000 quick. We're gonna see what's gonna happen. We'll play this for a period of time. I'll probably stop at about 8:20 or so. I got some things to talk about with you. Actually, and I'll tease it a little bit here. If you stay with me here, there's a 10. Oh, and by the way, we're always working. Everything's working all the time. We're never not working in this strategy. So that was a 10 that rolled. That was a 6-4. 6-4, 10. That'll be our point. That's going to pay 50 for 1 out of the rack. All right. And these are considered to be buy bets, of course, the 4 and 10. I'll bring that back up. So what I'm doing here is I'm tracking the front rack. I'm trying to get this front rack to 204. If I can get it to 204, I'm guaranteed profit. I don't got a martingale up. That's the idea, is to take same bet in here until you get your money back, and then you can be safe. There's one hit. Anyway, I was talking to, there's a 2-1-3. We don't get the horn numbers in this one, which is kind of unfortunate, a 2-1-3. I was talking to Chiro and Chris yesterday about the upcoming battle. There's a 6-5-1 KitchenAid, 5-1 mixer KitchenAid. That'll pay, again, 50 for 1. So we have $100 in the rack. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's $100. Talking to them a little bit about the battle that's coming, and I think we got a set of rules. So we'll talk about the rules in a little bit, but I'm going to tease it right now and tell you that the rules are awesome. There's a 6-5. The rules are great. It's going to be a series of battles. It's going to culminate in a big one at the end. I think that there's a 1, 1, 1, 8. Look at that. Is that a 3 in a row there? Aces right there. It's going to culminate in a big battle at the end. I think it's going to really assert as 12. Look at that. Aces followed by 12. How often do you see that? It's going to really, I think, assert who's better. I mean, we're going to test everything with them. And I think it's going to serve as a 4 hard, finally a number, right? 4-4 or 2-2 hard 4. I think it's going to assert, who is the better player. And I think it's going to also serve as 50 for 1. Serve as a way for us to kind of track in the future. If we want to do grudge matches, me against anybody, whatever, me against Jeff or Vince against Skill or whatever you want to do, this is going to be a good way to solve it. It's a multi-game thing. It's not just one night, good roll, bad roll, and you lose your ass kind of thing. There's our 7, a 5-2-7. All right, so our don't pass will get paid $100. That's going to go into the profit rack. Now, I lose up here the 204. The 204 goes down. In the rack, though, I've got 100, 250. So I'm good in the rack, okay? I lost 204. I have 200, and I can take a $25 chip and make that look like 204 by getting back 21 and change. I'll take $21 and change, and I've recovered my bet. So if I'm doing this, I don't have to Marty up just yet. I've got it. I've made enough money in that run to keep myself going. I'm keeping the don't pass as kind of a separate martingale, but it's part of my profit overall. So I've got still 4 whites to play with. I've got $45 in there to go. We're good. We're good. We're working. That's 1-7. 1-7 in a row. If I get another 7 here, I'm going to have to go up in the sky. There's a 9. 6-3, 9, need a 9. 6-3, 9. I'm waiting for when it's going to happen. We know it's going to happen, right? At some point, we're going to get whacked up here. That's $50 for 1. You know that's coming. There's $75, $95 in the rack. A couple more hits here. We're going to be close to even and feeling pretty good about ourselves. Still working. There's an ace deuce again. 1, 2, 3. 2-1. Anyway, going back to the Chiro Chris thing, I think it's going to be a good way for us to settle, I hate to say the word disputes, but settle disputes. Now, we lost 6-3-9. That pays though, 50 to 1 or 50 to 1, right? 54-1. There's that. So the 9 pays up. As far as the box numbers go, we're in good shape. We haven't lost that yet. We're at 100 and whatever, but we do lose our don't pass. The don't pass again is on a separate plan. So we lost a 1 unit bet. We're coming back with 2 from our rack. So we're going to martingale the don't pass separately. If I ever lose the 4 don't passes, like I said, I'm not going back. I'm not going back. 6-3-9. There it is. I don't know how necessary the don't pass piece of this is. It's just that it's something fun to play. There's a hard 4. 2-2, hard 4. It's good for this bet here. When you're martingaled up on a don't, you don't mind seeing a 4 every once in a while. There's again, $50 for 1. And now I've got 175. One more hit up in here, and we're going to be golden, and we can start actually getting a little more aggressive, right? We'll same bet until we're even, and then we're gonna roll. Did I put that in? I did. All right, let's go. What do we have? Oh, another hard 4. Dig that. Another hard 4, which sucks. It sucks and it's good at the same time, okay? Again, 50 for 1. That gives me 205. There's my starting bankroll. Okay, I'm actually gonna take the 205 and pull that back over here to my rack. My rack now is complete. I'm good. I got 15 bucks locked in profit. Did I? Oh, wait. Why don't I have an extra quarter? I must have, I think that quarter is actually mine. I think that does belong up here. We have 40 bucks in profit. Now I'm going to start going. I'm going to take this 5 here and get 5 more whites for it, just so I have them for VIGs or whatever. But yeah, the 204 is covered. We can start playing sister press, whatever else down here. This bet lost though. We lost our second don't pass, which is a bummer. So I'm going to put that 2-2 in there so we can show that we lost it. Now we're going to go to 4. So the don't pass martingale is up to 400 bucks now. So now you're sweating in here about maybe never playing the don't pass again. Okay, here we go, coming out. Oh, look at that, another one. 3 hard 4s in a row. Those dice did spin and bounce. They did spin and bounce. Hard 4, 2-2 hard 4. That will pay, again, 50 for 1, and I'm gonna sister press and pull like we did before, right? We're gonna go 50-50 here. I'll take one of those 2 to hit. I'll bring them both down to 10 bucks, and then we're gonna start flying up. Actually, I might bring them down to a quarter. We're gonna just take the hit and go down to back to our original base. That's how we'll do it. All right, there's the 4 for the point. So far, no sweating on the right side. 2-1-3. That would have been nice on the come out roll. Where the hell was that on the come out roll? What do we have there? Ooh, a 5-2-7. Ooh, that's interesting. 5-2-7. All right. So the don't pass pays 400 bucks, which is great. But we lose up in here. We're going to lose. Actually, I'm going to take the 50 bucks away. We lose those, and there's 204 sitting there. We got to go back out for 204. So what's going to happen is this. I'm going to take the 400 that I just won from my don't pass. Because the Marty won, we're going to go back down to our base bet. So that's going to be 700 bucks sitting there. All right. I'm going to take 205 bucks from my profits from when I just pulled back and use that to recover what I had out here. So I'm going to give the bank 205, get back a penny. My 204 is back up, and I'm bringing 500 bucks back to the rack. And how that plays out is here's my 800 for my level 3. Here's my 400 for my level 2. And I have 100 in there for level 3 rather, 100 bucks for the level 2 bet. So we're gonna have to make some money to get this thing back. We might be in a martingale spot up here. We're not quite there yet, I don't think. We're about 100 bucks down, but I'm not ready to Marty up here just yet. I still have money working. So let's log that 527 in. And let's see if we can avoid, let's avoid disaster here. All right, 5. 325 is the point. That does pay 50 bucks for 1. And like before, we're going to go ahead and sister press where we can. We are already in profit up here. There's no need to same bet. We're already ahead on our place bets. We'll leave it as is. There's a 325. I'll put it here where you can see it. I'll log it in. Let's go. 617. All right, now we're going to be upside down. Don't pass pays, which is great. Don't pass pays. That 100 bucks lets me make sure that my rack is good for the don't. Now we're going to go down 204. We're losing the whole thing. We're not enough profit to cover ourselves and get back out there again. So all this is going to go bye-bye. So give me a minute here to take the chips away, and we're going to get our first martingale engaged. We're going to go from 204. We're going to go up to 1100. Or no, it's 14. I'm sorry, it's 1400. The next level here is 1400 across. Okay, it'll be 150 on the ends. It'll be 300 or 250 on the 5 and 9, 300 on the 6 and 8. Here's the money. It's going to be right here. Actually, I've got 204 sitting here from before. We should probably do that because I did recover earlier. I have my 204 back. We could actually go back out at the same level, and we should. The right way to play this is not to martingale up. We're going to stay. Because I remember before I pulled that back and we had it. Let's go back out. at the right, we'll do this the right way. I don't want to unnecessarily go nuts here. Let's get 50 in green. Play it right. If I go down here, that's when we go up. We'll do another 5 in white, 42, 42, and 1. All right, we're back. Now though, now our bankroll is jacked. We're back to the original $100 out here and 204 out here. We have a little tiny bit of profit. 6-1, here we go. Everything's working. 9, up to the 9. Martingales work. Like here's the feedback I'll give you. Martingales work. 639. Martingales guaranteed to work, right? If it were not for two things. One is eventually you're out of bankroll. If I happen to lose the 4th level here, the next bet up is going to be $110,000 across, right? You're eventually going to run out of money to do it, and the casino won't let you get above a certain amount. This even today, you need a $10,000 limit to get through this thing today, which is a little bit insane. All right, 50 for 1 for the 9. That's our first hit. Now again, we got to work ourselves back to having our rack right. So we're at 75, 80 bucks right there. The 9's been marked. 6, 4, 10. But you can tell I don't play this way. I don't know the martingale, when do you go, not go strategy. There's again, 10 pays 50 bucks for 1. Now we have 130 in profit, or not in profit, but pulled off the table here. There's a 4, 2, 6. It looks like a 7, but it's a 6. That the color up logo makes it look like it's a dot. 4, 2, 6. So we're going to be good. That's going to be 50 again for $1. Now we're at 175 off the table. 639. All right, so that's cool. Kinda. We're gonna bounce around here a little bit, but what's gonna happen is we're gonna win on the 9. Again, 50 for 1. It's kind of a rinse and repeat sort of thing. But now we've got 205 bucks. There's your starting bankroll. Back to the rack it goes. The rack is right. The right side player actually has 204 plus a quarter. So they're at 229 in profit on the right side. They're actually in profit. This is all profit here. So we're solid. This, however, goes down. Don't pass has to Marty up to 200. There's our 9. Did I mark the 9? I didn't. Oh, wait, did I? Yeah, I did. All right, here we go. New point coming out. There's another 9 that rolled. That was a 639. So right back to it. 639. Again, 50 for 1. 50 bucks for 1. We're in profit. So I'm going to switch over to sister pressing. That's a midnight. Does not help. Does not help. 6-6 midnight. There's the 7 again. A 4, 3, 7. A 4 and a 3. Don't pass pays. It recovers itself and it goes back down. So we take off the table for the don't pass 200 bucks plus 100 in profit. Our don't pass stack is exactly where it started. Our right side stack is exactly where it started. This 204, however, is going to go down. Okay. I have a quarter that I was in profit with. I'm going to take the 205 out of my rack. That would have been, I'm going to put that out there and get $1 change. And we're back. So basically I recovered the loss we just experienced from my rack with $1 change. I'm going to take this quarter and get some change so I can do the $1 for these things. All right, there we go. So now we have basically 20 bucks in profit for the whole day. Let's do it. I want to get to where I have the Marty. I want to Marty up and have a problem. I want to see this thing struggle. To Marty's work until they don't. But getting 4 7s in a row is really hard. It happens, but it's so rare. The thing you're looking for here is to kind of eke this out over time. So there's a 5 for the point. Again, 50 for 1. It's going to take you a hot minute to get these bets up. That's the problem here too, is that it takes me a minute to get to where I can get aggressive, and then we lose, the 7 comes too quick. 3, 2, 5. Good for the don't. That's a nice number. They're all good numbers for the don't. 516, the KitchenAid. 5 and a 1 also pays, you guessed it, 50 for 1. It's nice about 204 across that it's a very easy way to get paid. There's $100 in green. Couple more hits. There's a 9, 5 and a 4. That rolled again to 5, 4, 9. Sorry for the roll. My stick work is a little aggressive. 50 for 1 out of the rack. Just keep dropping them ones. There's 150. One more hit, we're gonna be solid here, okay? One more hit, we're gonna be solid. Did I say one more hit out loud? I'm so sorry. It's the kiss of death, isn't it? There's a 5, a 4, and a 1. All right, so the right side player on that 5 is gonna get paid 50 for 1. That's gonna be $205. So the right side player's back. His rack is solid, he's good. This is all profit for him. Puck's off, don't pass player loses $100, goes back out for 2. I say don't pass player, I'm saying the don't pass bankroll does that. All right, so that was a 415. Let's mark that up. There's your point. Next one coming out, 628. Not loving that here. I don't fear it, but I don't love it either, right? 628, I'd rather have it be something different, but that pays. Now we're gonna get paid $49. So I'm gonna do it like this. We're gonna go $49. I'm gonna do, 25. Actually, I'm gonna do it like, well, we'll do it that way. 25, there's 45, there's 49. I'm gonna pay $49, gonna need the whites to make this happen. We're gonna sister press in here. And what we'll do here is we're gonna make these both look like probably, I can make them both look like 70 or 66, I think. So there's 50 on each, 65, 66. There's 50, 60, 65, $66 on the 6 and the 8. So they're both pressed all the way high, which is great. Sister press, they'll go back down to a quarter if they get hit again. Yeah? All right, here we go. Pressing them up, spreading them out, bringing them down. That's how you play the sisters right here. 5, 4, 9, love it. We're gonna be aggressive here. 5, 4, 9. Let's avoid that 8. Just wanna avoid the 8 if we can. It's 5, 4, 9. That's gonna again pay 50 for 1 out of the rack. We're gonna make the 5 and 9 both look like, they're gonna, oh, they were pressed up. You know what, I screwed that up. They should have been, no, they were pressed up from before, that's good. I actually paid that wrong, my bad. I paid that wrong. That pays because it was at $60. That's gonna pay 84. So at 75, we'll do 85 for 1. All right, now we'll make these things look like 100. Okay, press them both up. Make the 9 100, make the 5 100. So they're pressed up and ready to collect with a nickel change. So now I've got the 6 and 8 jacked up to 66 to pay 72. The 5 and 9 are jacked up to 100 to pay 110. Either one of those hits, they're back down to the quarter level, both of them. All right, that's the plan. 5, 4, 9 hit. 5, 2, 7. Bummer, we didn't get the giant hits up there that we needed. We were left with like 15 freaking bucks in profit, but the don't pass, of course, makes us $200 back. And he can regress down to 100. I'm gonna get the rack set for him. There is 201, so his rack is right. That's his starting bankroll. The right side player's rack is also at starting bankroll. If I take this 100, again, this 204 is gonna go away, but this 100, technically speaking, goes into the profit rack. Right now, at this moment, aside from the 204, we're totally profited up. Let's take all this down and see what we're gonna do. We gotta make our next move here, and I think we're gonna have to Marty up. I think we're gonna finally have to get into our big stack here and do something crazy. I think it's time to be crazy because we need to go out here for 204. I don't have 204 in my profit rack. My bankroll's right. Oh, I have it here. Shit, I do have it. I forgot that we had collected that earlier. We're still not gonna Marty up. Unless I see a second 7, there's no need to do this. How much fun. There's 2, we need to get $4. 1, 2, 1, 2, dollar change. There we go. All right, so far we've managed our money pretty well. We're not making anything, right? We've had a couple of times where we've been up a couple $100, but we're not getting to like the $1,000 mark. We just can't catch the run that we need on that right side. Frankly, if we 7 out twice and have to Marty up, that's when we're gonna make money. But we haven't had to. We've been maintaining our profit and our rack level so far so good. Haven't had to jump up yet. So far, Friday Follies is not very crazy. There's a midnight though. We haven't run into it. We haven't run into that nightmare scenario, but you know we will. You know we will at some point here. All right, hard 4. There's a hard 4. Good for our don't pass player. 50 for 1. And again, looking at the rack, there's 150 up there. We're gonna be back to having our starting bankroll up here again pretty quick. 2-2. 4-1-5. 5, the fever. 4-1-5 again pays 50. You got it, $50 for 1. And again, rack management's a key thing here, right? There's $205. Okay, if I actually take that whole 205, I'll just take it over here, make it look like a black chip. There's 205. Bankroll's back, right? Starting bankroll for both players is actually 100% right. We never martingaled up here. The don't pass guy still has money. Everything on the felt, 204 plus 100 is profit right now. We're in profit. Just need to get a roll. Just need to get a roll. I got to get some traction here. There's a 4 and a 1 to make goal. 639. There's comfort in this, like knowing you got all this back here if you need it. There is comfort in that. 639. However, that's a 50 for 1 deal. 50 for 1. There's that looming sense of kind of dread that you got. So 50 for 1, we're already at our profit goal, or our base is set. Let's make these look like 60. Press those sisters up. 4, 3, 1, 4, 3 and a 1. That's a 4 that pays $50 for 1. And again, we're going to press the sisters, press the 6 or the 4 and the 10. Up they go. There's an 8. I think the roll tracker is wrong. It's going to say point. I think we didn't hit the point. I think the point was not 4. I think I missed the roll there. It might have been the 4. I don't know. I feel like I messed something up there. We'll go with the roll tracker and say the roll tracker is right. So now the point now would be 8. That would have been a loss on the 4. He would have martied up to 200. So I'm in a bad spot. I'm sorry if I screwed that up. I'll have to watch the tape later and see how bad that was. But that's a 538, and we're at 42. That'll pay 50 for 1. And we can make this a little easier than we did the last time. We'll just make this go right here, look like 50, 65, $66. I didn't need to do the whites last time. $66 on the 8 and the 6. Everything is pressed up. We can go down to base on these things as they hit. This is going to be a $200 martingale on the 8. 538. That's going to be, I don't know. I think that's our new point. I think that's the point now. I screwed that up. Here we go. There's a 9, 5 and a 4. 5, 4, 9. 85 for 1. That pays $84. So we'll do 75, 85 for 1. And I'm going to bring the 5 and 9 down to a quarter each. We're going to regress them all the way down. We take that one hit and bring them all the way down on the sister press. And then once they're down, we can go hog ass wild to the moon. Okay. And remember, everything on the table here is essentially profit. I've got whatever I've got out here. I got 100 on the 4 and 10. I got 66 in here. So that's 129 or whatever that, 122 in here, plus that 170 and change, plus 200. All that's profit. All of it's profit right now because we have everything on our rack is set correctly. We're all set. There's another 9, 5 and a 4, another 9. That's good. It pays $35. $35. What can we do now? We can half press, however you want to do it. I'm going to take and half press for a little bit. Right, we're going to press it up by $10. I'm going to bring these reds back. I should have just probably kept it the quarter. All right, the 9's up. Did I mark it? I did. 325, same thing. That's gonna pay 35 bucks. Half press that, take the quarter. Five, 4, 9. 5 and a 4, that's a 9. Okay, 35 pays 50 for 1. Let's half press it, take a quarter back. Now it's back up to 60 again like it was before. Now we're gonna start hammering this thing, okay? If we can get it, There's a 10, hard 10. And remember, that was pressed up from way earlier on. 5, 5, 5 and a 5, hard 10, it pays 100 bucks, okay? We can drop the vig if you want to. I'll take a 5. Get $3 change. 100 bucks for 50. We're gonna take both the 4 and 10 back. Remember, this is the half pressing move. Press them both up, take them both down as a unit. Okay, our bankroll looking good. Starting bankroll was actually, if I take this 100 bucks, I actually put this back over here into the don't pass rack. The don't pass player, I can actually refill him with another 100 from the greens. Let's get a real true count of where we are. There's 100 in green. The rack right now is exactly where we started. The whole rack is perfect. All my right side money's here. I have 200 on the don't, and I've got whatever I got out here. I got about 204 plus another 75 bucks. I got about 300 bucks in gravy out here. Between this, we have 500 in profit. I can take all that and go bye-bye. Remember to keep track of where you are as you're playing this stuff, right? This thing is designed to get you to a point like this where you've got profit and you're playing on quote unquote house money. There's 50 bucks for the 4 for $1. Okay, we can half press the 4 and 10. What I'll probably do is take a quarter back. I'll take both of them back actually. And I'm gonna take 20 bucks out of the rack and give them both $10. We're pressing both up by just 10 bucks. Keep building our rack up as we go. I've got 200 in profit in the rack. I got about 150 or so out here. We're almost to our $500 goal. Matter of fact, if I pull a don't, we're there at the $500 goal. But we're not gonna pull a don't. Come on. Who pulls a don't? Who pulls a don't? Heart 8. That's beautiful. Heart 8. 5, 5 or 4, 4. Heart 8. The square pair. They're good, right? I've got 66 on that. I'm going to pay that 75 for 3. All right. And again, bring the 6 and the 8 both back now. They both got hit up once. They both come back to their base. There's some whites. There's 100 bucks in green coming back. That's 300 in green in the rack, plus a load of reds. Okay. Matter of fact, if we want to do a quick kind of bean count on where we are here, let's do it with the lammers. There's 100. There's 200. There's 300. I'll put a quarter there, and there's another quarter. So there's 350 bucks in profit plus what's out here. And what's out here is, what's that, 35, that's 70 bucks. We'll just count the greens, right? We have 160 across plus another, I don't know, 50 bucks. So we're basically at goal. We pull right now, we're at goal. And matter of fact, that's probably the smart thing to do in a strategy like this is to pull out and just be at goal and be super happy with it, right? This feels like the time to just say, hey, we made it. We made it. But what time is it? It is 8:43. Let's pull out. I got to talk to you about other things. Let's hit goal. We hit goal. I'm going to bring it all back. I'm going to bring all this back. There's no need. We never martingaled once today because of the great rolling by yours truly. There's 50 bucks in reds. That's going to be 300, 400. There's 500, 550. If I take these reds, make another green out of it, there's 575, 585. I can even take my don't down. It's on an 8. You know, I could actually do this. I could do like a $90 8. Let's take 5 from the rack. We'll make a $90 8 out of it. 90 is not enough. Actually, you know what? 90 is enough because if the 8 comes, we'll take another 100 bucks off the table. I'm already here clear. Well, I'll do half the don't pass. That's what. Actually, the 8. I just rolled an 8. That was it. I'm sorry. I'm a dumbass. We lost the don't pass. That's fine. Duh. The 8 was what won us. So here we are. We had 500, 600, $575 in profit. I'm happy with that. We were never in danger once today. We never hit 2 7s in a row. So we're good. Let's come back here and just talk for a minute. So that was, you know what we're gonna do? Duracell saying just don't bet across after the point is established. Yeah, there's so much to do here, right? There's so many things we can do on this one. I'm gonna try and do a quick, hold on, my phone alarm's going off. Give me a second here. I've got to go and reread the chats here in a minute, but I want to get into here first and talk about just normal stuff. Let's go back to our regularly scheduled programming and do this. I want to get into like the normal stuff because I have some things to say before I go to work here, and I think it's important that we get into it. That was fun, by the way. And this strategy, I'm running it all week. This strategy here is going to be the daily paycheck strategy this week. I'm going to run this every morning the same way we just did. I'm sure that Duracell in chat's got some adjustments for me, and I'm sure he'll text me the adjustments too, but based on what I did here. But we never got in trouble. I mean, I same betted to $200 in profit every single time, and we were able to get some cash out of it. That was kind of boring. Some days you don't get the 7s like that, and it worked out for us okay. Anyway. Let's talk about what's happening here. Tonight, 6 o'clock Pacific time, me and Shiro are gonna play Friday Night Fights. I told you, Shiro, what I'm doing here. I'm giving you a leg up advantage. I'm gonna play a modified jackalope. I'm doing the jackalope with a little bit of a twist to it. You know what I'm doing. So you can adjust your whole play to attack me on the thing you know I'm doing. I trust Chris to throw me all the 7s I need. That's all I'm gonna say. You have all day to get geared up. I'll see you tonight for that. Now, the big thing is this, the Sideshow versus Mid-Mo-Yo Battle Royale thing. We have an agreement, I think, in how it's gonna go. I wanna share that with you right now, and I want you all to, if you can, pay close attention to what I'm about to show you. And this is the time, if you're not in Discord, get in Discord now, jump in the Coffee and Craps channel in Discord, and let's talk about this and make sure that we're all okay with the rules, but I think the rules here make pretty good sense. Let me go find it. Here's the grudge match rules. Okay, the Battle Royale is going to play out like this. It's going to be 5 preliminary rounds. They're going to play 5 matches. Each match, we're going to force them down a road. You've got to play the first match hybrid. You got to play the second match dark side. You got to play the third match light side. In the 4th match, you have to play a regression. The 5th match is going to be King of the Mountain style, just like Friday Night Fights. That'll get them into a short stack. That'll get them into bankroll management. It's going to test everything. What's your best hybrid strategy? What's your best dark side strategy? How do you play a dark side strategy when the table's going great? How are they going to adjust to that? We're going to force them down roads because I want to see them play one another with their best version of each way of playing. King of the Mountains, more do what you need to do to win. Okay, we're going to give them a $5,000 bankroll in each round except for the King of the Mountain rounds. Okay, they're going to see a max of 3 shooters. They have to go all in, push all in on one shooter each game, each night. So one time they gotta lay it all out there, one night, pick their YOLO shot, okay? That's the only non-craps thing we're doing is the one YOLO shot. We're gonna count their profits. They're not gonna carry over the money, but what we'll do is we're gonna give them 1 point for every percentage of profit they've got. So if you won 20%, you got 20 points. That's how it's gonna work, okay? The finals will be done in Vegas. I'm working on the date still, but we're gonna film it at Casino Quest with David dealing as a 30-roll challenge for his channel. It'll be actually a 30-roll challenge on the Casino Quest channel. The difference is what's coming up. It's gonna be the exact same thing. You throw for yourself. Are you a good thrower or not? You bet on your throws. How well do you know yourself? And may the best person win. We're gonna do a double points. So if you win 20% in profit there, it's worth 40 points. So you can catch back up and take somebody over if you were behind in that last, if you have a great last round, you can still win the thing. The side hustle is going to be great. We're giving them both $1,000 in side hustle money. And what I want them to do, they decided to bet on themselves. So like basically in round 1, the hybrid round, Chiro's got the best hybrid strategy in the world. He says, you know, I'm going to bet $500 out of that 1,000. I'm going to beat you, Chris. And if he wins, he gets $500, right, from Chris. They're going to bet against each other. They're gonna have to, I don't know how we're gonna have to work the wagers, right? How it's gonna work, but they're putting up in the pot. The winner gets the pot. Essentially, is how it's gonna work. So they're gonna be betting on themselves separately, separate bankroll for that. Now at the end, that separate bankroll, we're going to use that money in the finals. So if you happen to win all of it, if Chris takes all of Chiro's money, all $2,000 on the side bets, at Casino Quest, he gets to buy in for $2,000. The $1,000 that David gives him plus the $1,000 he won from Chiro. So there's a little bit of side hustle money in there. They can go and be a little bit more aggressive at Casino Quest than they would have otherwise been with their base money. That's going to carry through to the end. So you're going to side hustle it up, which means you could be, kind of down, right? But have a good last round and take the other person's side hustle money, go to Casino Quest with a $2,000 bankroll and be more aggressive and win a higher percentage. There's a chance that could be the thing that makes the difference. So that's kind of the little side twist to it. So I think it's pretty cool. So I'm excited about that. I think that's going to make this thing really interesting. I think the 5 rounds, forcing them to show you their best ways of playing at each style of play, ending it with a Friday night fight, and the big end is going to be a Casino Quest live filming. So I think if anybody wants to play anybody, this is the way to do it. Like one night of rolling, good or bad rolling, doesn't always tell the story of how good of a player you are. This is going to assert how good these guys really are. And I think we can, again, use this notion to test anybody. I'll play anybody this way, right? Anybody could play anybody and really see how much of a complete player you are. You're going to have to face right side, dark side, hybrid, bankroll management, and all sorts of mind games that goes along. So where are we going to do it? I don't know yet. I'm going to film some. Jeff's going to film some. We're going to try and get other providers to film it. The thing is, it's going to be this. We're probably going to do them as premieres. Most likely, we're going to film these things in one take, the whole thing, and load them up as a premiere on my channel or Jeff's channel or somebody else's channel, regardless of who deals it out. And the reason for that is this. Jeff and I are set up to take super chats. So you can drop money in the chat. We're going to try and super chat as much as we can during those episodes, because that's going to make all the super chat money will go to the Craps for the Cure cause. So if you want to bet on a player, drop a wager in the chat, or bet that he's going to lose, whatever you're going to do during the time, all that money is going to go to the charity. So we can't film it live on like DGen's channel because he can't take super chats, but he can film the dealing part, play it through my channel, for example. We can take that money and use that for the charity. So I'm thinking we're going to do a little side hustle of our own as viewers, who's going to win and that kind of thing. So we can hopefully raise some money for the ultimate thing, which is at that night, we can announce the night of the finals, how much money this thing raised all the way through. So I think this is going to be a win all the way around. So that's it. There it is. I see some stuff in chat. Greg is saying it'd be cool if players didn't know what the other was betting. We got to figure that out. I actually don't care. Frankly, I don't care. To me, knowing what the other guy's betting is part of it. It's a game, right? In baseball, you see the defense. In football, you see the defense. In basketball, you know what the other team's doing. You have to adjust to what the other guy's doing. I think it's harder to play like that. We're not going to allow the side betting or the follow me betting. You're going to have to do different things. So anyway, there it is. That's the thing. I think it's going to be a good set of rules, a good competition, and a lot of fun. So more to come next week. We'll probably have our first match filmed. I would assume sometime this week. Now that Chris is done with his crazy hours on the base, he's been doing like 20-hour days for a month or something. So I think he's coming up for air soon, and we can get started. So that's it, guys. That was a fun day. I wish we would have martingaled more today, but we never hit it. We never had the bad run. So I have not checked chats at all. I'll check the chats later on. I got a meeting at 9 o'clock that I can't miss. So I got 4 minutes to go get a new cup of coffee and get ready for the meeting. So I'll read the chats later on. I'll reply to anything directly to me in the Discord, or chat or email or whatever else I can do. But in the meantime, think about the rules. If you think that there can be an adjustment made, we have time to think about that. But I think we're pretty well set. So y'all have a great Friday, a great weekend. I'll see you tonight for Friday Night Fights with Chiro. I'll see you again later on tonight for my practice session. And that's it. John's out. I'll see you later on. God bless all of you. Bye.